Friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will clear the concept of deficient demand or deflationary gap. So let us see first of all what is meant by deficient demand. Its meaning. Deficient demand means when aggregate demand falls short of aggregate supply at full employment level. When deficient demand indicates when aggregate demand is less than aggregate supply. Means when aggregate demand falls short of aggregate supply corresponding to full employment level. So let us draw the diagram. Only then we can clear the concept of deficient demand or deflationary gap. On x-axis we are taking level of income, output and employment. As the concept of underemployment and over full employment level that was given by G.M. Keynes. So the concept is related to Keynesian school. Here we are taking aggregate demand and aggregate supply. Let us prepare aggregate supply at 45-degree angle. Aggregate supply also represents income and C plus S, consumption plus savings. Then I am preparing aggregate demand, AD. This is aggregate demand at full employment level. This is ADF. And the intersection point of aggregate demand and aggregate supply. Here aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply and this is full employment level. And from this full employment level we will find out the level of income in the economy. OY is the level of income. This also represents full employment level. Now first of all, let us draw, due to some reasons as well as AD falls short from ADF to ADU. ADU. And this diminishing order from ADF to ADU, this represents deficient demand. Deficient demand in the economy. And this is the level of, due to deficient demand there will be new equilibrium level which is E1. And this equilibrium level represents underemployment equilibrium. Here aggregate demand is, here AD is less than AS at this E1 equilibrium level, aggregate demand is less than aggregate supply. This also indicates underemployment level. So now let us write down deficient demand. Deficient demand occurs when there is underutilization of available resources. It means resources are not fully and efficiently utilized. The main cause. Now let us write down which are the causes of deficient demand. There are so many causes. Number 1, due to fall in consumption level in the economy. It indicates private consumption level. Number 2, due to fall in government consumption expenditure. Government final consumption expenditure. Next cause may be due to fall in investment expenditure. Number 4, due to fall in exports. Number 5, due to rise in taxes. So these are some causes. Due to fall in consumption level. Here this consumption level relates to private final consumption expenditure. And due to fall in government final consumption expenditure, due to fall in investment expenditure in the economy, due to fall in exports, and due to fall in rise in taxes. Due to fall in investment expenditure may be due to rise in bank rate or interest rate. Due to rise in interest rate. Now let us see which are the effects of deficient demand or deflationary gap in the economy. So first effect, let us see. Suppose that here due to underemployment equilibrium in the economy, income level will diminishes from Y to Y1. There will be, number 1, fall in income level. Number 2, fall in output level. Number 3, fall in employment level. And number 4, fall in journal price level in the economy. So this is the level of income, output and employment, as well as income level diminishes from Y to Y1. Then there will be fall in, first of all, output level, then fall in employment level. It will, if output will affect fall in output will affect fall in employment, and fall in employment will automatically affects fall in income. There will be less income level in the economy. And now let us clear the concept of inflationary gap. Inflationary gap. Inflationary gap is the difference between this is the actual required AD for full employment. This is the required AD for full employment. And actually we are here, and this is actual aggregate demand, the level of aggregate demand in the economy. So let us clear first of all where is the deflationary gap. So as we have written, when aggregate demand falls short of aggregate supply corresponding to full employment level. This is full employment level. This indicates full employment level. And when aggregate demand falls short of from E to F, and this is indicated by F, as well as aggregate demand shifts from point E to point F. This indicates falls short in demand at full employment level. This is full employment level. This indicates deflationary gap. So this is the level of deflationary gap. This indicates deflationary gap from E to F. So due to deficient demand, so is the deflationary gap. Deflationary gap is the difference between actual aggregate demand and the demand and the aggregate demand required to maintain full employment. So deflationary gap is equal to when ADF minus ADU is equal to this is EF. So EF is the deflationary gap. And let us once again, we will revise the concept. We have to, first of all, due to deficient demand, there will be deflationary gap in the economy. And what is the actual position of deflationary gap? At full employment level, whatever aggregate demand diminishes for the required aggregate demand, that is ADF, but actually aggregate demand in the economy is ADU. Then the difference between ADF and ADU, that indicates deflationary gap in the economy. So in this way we can clear the concept of excess demand or deficient demand or deflationary gap or inflationary gap in the economy. So that's all regarding this deficient demand or deflationary gap. Thank you.